So I already run through the four steps that you will need to do for a trigo graph. So right now in this example, we got a trigo graph and we got a straight line. So maybe at this stage you will find you should be able to lay out the four steps for the trigo graph. So for this one, right, I'm going to rearrange it. So let's recap the four steps. Okay, so the first step, of course, you look for the period. Okay, so in this case, B is equal to 2. So my period will be 5. And if you still remember, we got to divide the period into 4. Divide into 4 sections. So in this question, I'm supposed to draw my trigo graph. Uh, I'm supposed to draw from 0 to pi. And that happens to be one period. That means I'm just drawing one cycle. So divide into 4 sections. Okay, you should measure it on using your ruler. Okay, let me try to make it a bit more equal. Okay, and then I also explore the amplitude. So the amplitude is a positive 2. So despite that this is a minus 2, amplitude will not be negative. So amplitude is 2. So what is the effect of having this negative on the graph? So the cosine will be inverted. Instead of like this, it will be like this. So it will be totally inverted. And after that, there's a shifting of 1. So in this case, right, you can find what is the maximum. So the maximum y will be minus 2. The maximum y will be 2 plus 1. And the lowest y will be minus 2 plus 1. So they do ask you for the maximum minimum. And this maximum minimum helps you to plan your drawing. I got to write it smaller. Okay, so there is a shifting effect, don't forget. Okay, so what I will do first, okay, I make sure it's enough until 3. So you already know the highest and the lowest. So I'm going to draw the negative 2 cosine 2x first. So this is how I will draw. So my cosine graph is inverted. So get the special values first. Okay, and don't forget, okay, I think I should have drawn it in a dotted manner because that's not my final answer. So this is the graph before shifting up. So I hope you still remember. Don't go direct to the shift up. Sometimes you do make careless mistake. So now every point is shifted up. So that becomes a real graph. Okay, the next thing is I need to draw the straight line. So in some of you may not realize that this is a straight line. So how will I know that this is a straight line? If you recap that pi is a constant, it actually looks like this. So this looks like mx plus c. The m is a constant 3 over 4 pi. So it's actually like a mx plus c. So if you recognize it as a mx plus c, it actually cuts at 0. The intercept is 0. So then how are you going to draw it out, right? Okay, what you can do is you can get a small table. But the x value that you choose will not be the usual 0, 1, 2. You are going to be choosing something like 0 and pi. So imagine you put a pi here. So 3 over 4 pi times pi. And it get cancelled out. So you actually get a 3/4. 3/4 is at like 0.75 something, somewhere like this. So it's actually a straight line that just cut across. I didn't join very well. Okay, a bit difficult. Let me try one last time. So that will be the straight line. So your table can be 2 points or 3 points. And we want the number of solutions. So the number of solutions to this equation. So your job is to manipulate this equation. You should manipulate this equation until you can get back to the two graph so that it leads you to the intersection. So I'm going to multiply by -2. And I'm going to shift it over. So I actually get my trigo graph equal to the straight line. I think I caught. So you get the trigo equal to the straight line. So the number of solution come from the number of intersection. So how many solutions are there? Okay, how many solution? So you look at the intersection. There are two intersections, so there are two solutions. So usually if you're going to be drawing like one graph or two graph, one trigo graph and a straight line, you'll be asked for the intersection. You cannot tell the value of the intersection because it's not an accurate graph, but you can tell the number of intersection. So they will not ask you to read off the values of intersection. It's not possible. That one can only be possible on graph paper.